Hello friends, Grant Pachoco here, and welcome to another episode of Other Wrestling Games. I have something very, very cool here today. I have this box. This box means a lot to me because I have had this box since December of 1987. I think I got this probably as a Christmas gift. Although it came directly to me looking at this address label. This is the original box it came in. Oh, there's some stuff rolling around in there. All right, so I am going to open this box. Now, there is a wrestling game in here. I'm not going to play it during this video. If you would like to see me play this game, let me know in the comments, and I will, and you'll see that we can have a little fun with it. But if I just thought I would open this box, we'll check it out, we'll look at all the pieces, and we will have a little fun. So let's go down to the table, and as you can see, that's an old address, so I don't live there. You can go by that house, I don't care. This is from the Superstar Game Company in Brooklyn, New York. I don't think they exist anymore. But this is the box it came in. It cost $1.74 to ship this box via UPS. It's pretty heavy. And I loved this box. Now here's the story. I was a huge wrestling fan. I loved wrestling. I bought Pro Wrestling Illustrated all the time. There were two games that were advertised in Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Phil Singer games and the Superstar Pro Wrestling game. And when it came down to me, when I finally bit the bullet and was going to order something, it was the Superstar Pro Wrestling game, and that is what we have right here. Of course, I eventually got into Phil Singer games, and I've played Phil Singer games longer than I ever played this game, but this is what I ordered. So let's take a look at it. Now, as we go into this, I do want to say I am in no way an expert about Superstar Pro Wrestling game. All I know is that I've had this box since 1987, and I haven't actually opened this probably in well over a decade, so whatever's in here is going to be fantastic. But let's slide it out here. Oh, there they are, the stack of cards. All right. I am not any sort of expert about this game. I'll leave that to others. I am just checking it out to play it. So we've got a ton of stuff here, all pretty much in great condition because I just left it in the box, and I'm one of those people who really loves to keep things in sort of mint condition. All right, so here's the instructions, the official rule book. This was the Promoter's Dream Edition of Superstar Pro Wrestling game. All the action of live matches right in your home. And then there's also an ad for the Rocky Action Strategy board game, which I believe the Uncharted Territory podcast may have talked about. But I never got a copy of that. I was not much into boxing. So here's the rule sheet. You know what's funny is looking at this, you would think like, oh, these pages have sort of yellowed over the years, but this is actually kind of how it came. It came sort of printed on this paper like this. Now, I have no idea. This is the reason why I'm not playing the game during this video. I would have to sit down and read through this and play a few matches out to get the hang of it. But I know that there were some kind of different versions of this game. Like there was a version where they were using real wrestlers' names, and then where there was an NWA version. And we might look at those on future episodes because I actually do have some copies of those games that I've acquired over the years. But let's see what else is in here. I know what's in here. Like this envelope was one of my absolute favorite things. This was where the managers were. And I think my grandmother maybe had this envelope. And I asked her if I could use it to keep all my manager cards in. Because I loved managers. So there's the manager card directions. And then as you can see, I just wrote I just wrote right on these cards. So these ones didn't have names already filled in on them. So I don't even know. I know they're supposed to, these cards are supposed to reflect something like this. This one right here says smash ref with tennis racket. So obviously this is Jim Cornette's card. But I just was like, okay, I think this is the most, this is the closest one to Jimmy Hart. I think I probably put Jimmy Hart in here because it said number 1. And I was like, yeah, Jimmy Hart is number 1. So, there's some calculations on the back, me tallying up a match or something. So we've got Slick. We got Bobby the Brain Heenan that I misspelled and put whiteout on. Clobber with the Wall Street Journal. So that obviously is like Paul Ellering, right? Maybe, I don't know. Mr. Fuji, throw fireball in face, give evil eye. There you go. Iraq sneak attack. That's not Mr. Fuji. Johnny V. There's his card that I had. And then I started making my own cards. I would just photocopy a card and then put the other person's name on it. So Oliver Humperdinck, Elizabeth. So there you go. Those are my manager cards, including my homemade cards, which my homemade cards were just me photocopying cards and changing the names. Moving on, let's look at this big stack right here. Now, I do believe, so this is just blank here. I think that when I grew up and went to college, I think my brother may have gotten hold of this game and added in a few of the cards, so we will check it out. I always kept the cards in number order. So, this is Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant. Nobody, it's knocked off there. That's figure 4 leg locks. That's probably like Greg Valentine or something, or Ric Flair. Rick Martel, Corporal Kirshner. I don't know if these are correct. These are just the ones that I just decided. I just put them on here. Billy Jack Haynes, Kempatera, Randy Macho Man Savage, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Magnificent Morocco. Yeah, so he's a pile driver, so at least got that right. Tito Santana, figure 4 toe hold. Hercules, backbuster. Again, a little whiteout on there because I spelled Hercules' names wrong. I probably could not spell it right now. Coco Beware, Dino Bravo, Smash, Bret the Hitman Hart, Paul Orndorff. He got the pile driver card there. Specialty martial arts, of course, that has to be Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Figure 4 leg lock, Greg the Hammer Valentine. Cowboy Bob Orton. Ted DiBiase. Foreign objects, that's his specialty. I don't know why I thought he did that. Boris Zukov, spelled his name wrong. Nikolai Volkov. The Iron Sheik, Camelback. Yeah, see, this is where I think my brother got a hold of these. Because, here's Undertaker. Here's Yokozuna. I don't know if that's necessarily my writing. This one, Korean face slice, so that's nobody. Here's Kamala with the African belly smash. Axe. Junkyard Dog. Outlaw Ron Bass. This is a perfect time capsule of when I was watching. George the Animal Steel, Tama, Davey Boy Smith. For some reason, his specialty was an airplane spin. Bam Bam Bigelow with the crippling pile driver. And then, oh yeah, there's more here. Dick Slater, the rebel Dick Slater, who nowadays would get booed out of the building. Haku, Sika, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. So, and there was tons of these where I didn't put anything on them. Mr. Hughes, I think there's some that are in pencil, and I think that might have been my brother. It sort of looks like my handwriting, but it sort of doesn't. And Mr. Hughes and Undertaker, I think Crush is one of these cards. That was kind of when I kind of veered out of wrestling, so I don't think it was me. I think my brother found this and was playing it. Jumping Jim Brunzell, B. Brian Blair, S.D. Jones, Dynamite Kid, the Honky Tonk Man. Now, the only thing I'm missing here, Bad News Brown, Terry Gibbs, Tiger Chung Lee, all the jobbers. We're getting into the jobbers here. The enhancement talent. I feel a jobber is like a Ivan Putski, Dangerous Danny Davis, Paul Roma, Sam Houston, which I completely spelled wrong. Sam Huston. One Man Gang. Man, Brings back memory flipping through all these. And the reason like there's a bunch of blank cards is because I totally keep them in order. B2, B3, B4, B5. Putting them back in here was like, nope, I got to put them in order. Natural, Butch Reed, Jake the Snake Roberts, Hillbilly Jim, Ravishing Rick Rude. Looks like there's a little water damage on here from somewhere. Lord only knows. Superstar Billy Graham. I think these, well, like I was away at college and stuff, these lived in a box underneath our house, sort of in a little storage space underneath our house. King Harley Race, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That one's completely whited out. Don't know who that is. Bobby Heenan, a wrestling card for Bobby Heenan. The Rougeau Brothers. Jim Powers. Leaping Lanny Poffo. Yeah, so... Yeah, see, this now we're getting into Tatanka. I think that's like something my brother put together. Steve Lombardi. The one thing I'm not seeing in this stack is Razor Ramon, Warlord, Ultimate Warrior, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So he has 2 cards. Adam Baum, Doink, Big Boss Man, Kurt Hennig, Marty Jannetty. Bam Bam Bigelow, he's got 2 cards. Crush. And then we're getting to the end of the stack here. Luke, Giant Gonzalez. Yeah, that must be my brother. Shawn Michaels. Fabulous Moolah. Why did I make one for Fabulous Moolah? And Sensational Sherry. So there you go. There's all the wrestling cards. One thing I'm noticing is not in here is the game came with these little clips that you would clip on the top to show that they were champion. And they were just like little plastic paper clips. And if I'm remembering correctly, like they broke. Like I was using them so much they broke. Now, let's save this for the very end. Let's go through because this is hilarious. This is so funny here. Yeah, see, I think these are my... That's not my writing. That's much better writing than mine. That must be my brother's writing. All right, so let's put all these over to the side here. Here's the official scorecard. You can make photocopies of these. So I took them to my dad's work, and I made just a ton of photocopies. Yeah, okay, here you go. Because all these ones are unofficial. Here are the official scorecards. And, of course, I would never, ever write on these, because I would want to keep... I'm somebody who likes to keep all the gaming components mint and stuff like that. So there's the official scorecards. Put those to the side. Here is the official tournament sheet that came with the game. And yeah, I never wrote on this. Of course, I want to keep it mint. I think I just, when we look through my results that I have over here, we can check it out. That I just kind of I just put out the matches. I just drew out the brackets is what I'm trying to say. Here is the pin chart, the Superstar Pro Wrestling game pin chart. And on the back is the Steel Cage match chart and the Texas Death Match chart. Here is another rule book. So I have 2 rule books. Here is a dog collar match and the boot camp match. Nothing on the back of those. Here's the advanced tag team chart with 2-man match, 3-man match, and injury chart. Russian chain match on the back, and Nebraska bull rope match. Nebraska known for its bull ropes matches. Sandinista death match. I remember this one like crazy. Scaffold match. Nothing on the back there. Libyan death match and an Indian strap match. And the strategy pin chart. So there you go. Those are all the charts that come with the game. And again, I have no idea how to play this. I would really have to sit with the rules and play out matches in order to do this. So, which I don't really, which I haven't done yet. So I'm not going to do that right now. But let's check this out, because this is what I think is the funniest part. Is these are my results. So here's Grudge Card 87. A haircut match between Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Greg the Hammer Valentine, managed by Jimmy Hart. A humiliation match, King Harley Race versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan. The loser must bow to the winner. A tag team title steel cage match, Strike Force the Champions versus the Hart Foundation, managed by Jimmy Hart. A Texas Death Match, One Man Gang, managed by Slick versus The Rock, Don Morocco. Russian Chain Match, Hercules versus Bam Bam Bigelow. And Intercontinental title Indian Strap Match, Honky Tonk Man versus Randy Macho Man Savage. Now, there's no results on there. It continues. A bull rope match between Ravishing Rick Rude and Paul Mr. Wonderful Orndorff. And then the main event is a Libyan death match for the heavyweight title. Hulk Hogan in his corner, Ken Patera, versus Ted DiBiase in his corner, Andre the Giant, Bobby Heenan, and Virgil. Wow, he's got a lot of. Here is WrestleMania 4. If you were wondering what WrestleMania 4 was, Honky Tonk Man, 10-man tag team match. Honky Tonk Man, Jim Neidhart, Bret Hart, Danny Davis, Greg the Hammer Valentine versus Randy Savage, Tito Santana, Rick Martel, Sam Houston, spelled wrong, and Brutus Beefcake. A Russian chain match between Hercules and the Ultimate Warrior. A 6-man scaffold match between Tama Haku and Bobby Heenan versus Davey Boy Smith, Dynamite Kid, and Coco Beware. This is the card for WrestleMania 5. This is what Vince was too... he wouldn't dare put this out. Women's title match, Sherry versus Moolah. Tag team match, The Rock and George Steele versus Butch Reed and the One Man Gang. And Hulk Hogan versus Bad News Brown for the heavyweight title. Here's a tag team classic. This one actually has, these ones don't have results. I guess we'd have to look at the results page to check that out. But here are the results of the tag team classic. And wow, Hercules and King Harley Race beating the British Bulldogs in the first round. And you can see that Demolition went to the end, and then the champs at the time, for some reason, fresh off their, Libyan death match or whatever, their Indian strap match, is Randy Savage and the Honky Tonk Man were the tag team champs. I think because I just loved Honky Tonk Man so much, I was just shoving him into any possible title contention he could get into. Here are some blank pages that are nothing. And then here are the results chart. So, and the way this works is I think you write who they won against. So Hulk Hogan won against Andre the Giant, but he also lost against Andre the Giant. I don't know if I was doing this right, but anyway, so I have some results here just in terms of win and loss records. And yeah, it looks like my brother wrote in some as well. Dear Superstar Pro Wrestling game fan, welcome to the world of Superset 87. It's time to let loose the new talent in your federation. We'd just like to point out a printing error to you that the even number cards, action cards, C2, C4, etc. say Superset 86, even though they are official Superset 87 action cards. Same problem with the ladies. But you can easily tell Superset 87 because every Superset 87 action card starts with the letter C. Our printer readily gave us the pile driver on this one. Enjoy the game. Sincerely, Superstar Game Company. And there's a little flyer for Superset 86. And these are just more scorecards for matches. But these are all my brother's scorecards for matches. I don't know if I necessarily have any from my... Yeah, I guess I don't. Anyway, I thought this was fun. So now here's the question. If I took some time to play out this, would you want to see like a small card of matches? We wouldn't do very many, like 4 matches or something, using the Superstar Pro Wrestling game system. Let me know if you would like to see that, because I'd be willing to sit down and learn these and give it a go and check it out. I don't know if it would be exciting or not. I also don't think these are the original dice that came with it. I seem to remember them being like little, not as little as the Filsinger Games dice, but smaller than these dice. So I'm not 100%. I don't think these are the dice that came with them. That might have been an addition from my brother. Well, that is going to do it. Thank you so much. Let me know what you think about this, and if you would like to see play a game. Maybe we'll get tag champs Macho Man and Honky Tonk Man back in the ring together. So thank you so much for checking this out. I appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to follow. Be sure to comment and like and all that kind of good stuff. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you later.